in child's pose today. So let the knees go wide. Sit back onto the heels, forehead to the earth, and stretch the arms forward. So you can let the forearms rest as well here. And just walk the hands over to the right, so you can pick the forehead up just a little bit to walk the hands to the right. Find some extension through the left side. And come back through the center, walk over to the left. Find extension through the right. And come back through center. Slowly walk the hands back up towards the knees. And just come standing on the knees. I'm going to tuck the toes under, bring the big toes together, and sit back onto the heels. Sitting up nice and tall along through the spine. Stretch the right arm forward, right palm forward. Left hand to the back of the right palm. So pulling the fingers towards the body. Getting a little bit of a stretch through the wrist into the forearm. Turn the right fingers down. Still left hand at the back. So pulling in again here. And let the heat build in the feet, into the ankles. Switch to the left hand, left palm forward, right hand to the back of the left palm. Pull the fingers in. And turn the fingers down, pull back towards the body. And stay with the heat in the feet. Begin to take wrist circles here. It's making little fists. And bring hands down to the earth. Sit back onto the heels, hands behind you, and just bring the knees up. So we're just going to rock back and forth, stretching the top of the feet here. You can shut the eyes down, 3 breaths. And slowly coming forward onto all fours, so tabletop position. Knees are slightly apart here. Bring the fingers out wide and a little bit forward. So we're doing a little bit of a different cat and cow. Yeah, so to the edges of the mat with the fingers nice and wide. Bring your hip over towards the right elbow, leaning forward, open the chest. So you should feel this into the side body. Move the hips all the way back to the right, then to the left. Left elbow, open the chest. Sweep the hips all the way back, so C shape here, over towards the right elbow, open the chest. And this time let the belly drop through center. Very good. Press through the palms, feel the belly stretch, and then move to the left again. So just begin to take large circles here with your own breath. Move into the side bodies, drop through center, stretch the belly, and then continue the movement. After completing one more round in this direction, move in the opposite. And last round of breath. And we'll come back up to neutral, tabletop. And then walk the hands forward. Bring the chest and the forehead down to the earth, hips high. Anahatasana, heart-melting pose. Keep the palms activated so the forearms are slightly lifted here. A few breaths. And bring the hands to the lower back. Create a fist. And on an inhale, pull the chest up here. Lift the legs as well, looking forward. Keep the neck nice and long. One more breath in. And on the exhale, lower left cheek to the mat, arms alongside the body. And bring the hands by the shoulders. On an inhale, peel the chest up. Reach the arms forward. Lift the legs back behind you. So engaging the muscles here in the lower back. Lift a little bit higher. Keep the neck long. One more breath in. And exhale, right cheek to the mat, arms alongside the body. And keep the right cheek on the mat, but stretch the right arm out to the right side, in line with the right shoulder. Come onto the left fingertips by the left shoulder, and come onto the right hip. So we're going to balance on the right hip, bend the left knee behind you, and bring the left foot down behind. We're stretching into the right shoulder. You can always bring the left hand to the lower back as well if you have space here in the right shoulder. And come through center onto the belly. Take left cheek to the mat. Stretch the left arm out, right hand in. Come to balance on the left hip. Bend the right knee and place the right foot down behind. Right hand can come to the lower back. And again, focusing on the breath. Deep inhales and exhales through the nostrils. Two more breaths here. And slowly come back through center. Hands by the shoulders, press up to tabletop, and push back to downward facing dog. So creating a V shape with the body, press the palms in, fingers nice and wide, slight bend in the knees. Let the head hang heavy. And bring the big toes together on the midline here. And stretch the right leg up behind you towards the ceiling. So just press strongly through the palms here to stay lifted. Right heel presses up as the left heel presses down. Bend the right knee and stack the right hip open over the left. Yeah, very good. So keep the shoulders square towards the front. Just the right hip is opening. And slowly bring the right foot forward outside the right hand, lizard's pose. Perfect. So keep the left knee lifted behind you, keep the chest open, and drop the hips slightly here, open the chest forward. So stretching into the groin, 2 full breath cycles here. And then let the left knee drop down. You can stay on the palms or come down to the forearms, and you can roll to the outer blade of the right foot as well, opening the right knee up a bit. Now I like to take a little bit of movement from side to side. You can see if this feels good for the hips or into the groin. If not, stay in stillness. Two more rounds of breath. And come up onto the palms. So you can stay here, or you can bend the left knee behind you. Bring the left hand a little bit forward and out. Stretch the right hand back and take a bind of the left foot. So if you get for the bind and it's not working for you, just straighten that left leg back out, come back onto the palms. So two options. So you're reaching back with the right arm. Charles, the right arm. There we go. And if it's painful, just keep the leg long and stay on your palms. Yeah. Okay. So that's all about listening to the body. Two more breaths here. And everyone letting go of the bind, come onto the hands. And walk the right foot behind the left wrist. So we're setting up for pigeon pose, Ekapada Raja. So stretch the back leg back behind you. The right heel into the center line is more accessible. The right shin more parallel with the front of the mat is more challenging. So decide what feels best. If your hips are dropping to the right, bring them back to center. Open the chest and then fold down. Hips square is the most important. If there's any pain in the right knee, flex the right toes towards the shin. So allow the head to drop in. And slowly come back up onto the palms. Tuck the back toes under. Step back, downward facing dog. So you have the option to stay in downward facing dog. If you want a little bit more strength and challenge in the practice, inhale, move forward to a plank, top of a push-up. On the exhale, we come down halfway, elbows in by the ribs. Inhale forward to the tops of the feet, open the chest, thighs are lifted. Exhale, use the core to draw the hips back, tuck the toes under, downward facing. And big toes at midline again, stretch the left leg up behind you. So straight line of energy, from the left heel pressing up to the right heel pressing down. Bend the left knee, stack the left hip open over the right. Bring the left foot forward to the outside of the left hand, setting up for lizard's pose. On the palms, look forward, drop the hips, stretching through the groin. So the right knee is still lifted behind you. Yeah. Then you can let the right knee drop down. You can come down to the forearms. You can open the left knee out to the left a bit by rolling onto the outer blade of the left foot. And again, you can find movement from side to side or stillness. So throughout the practice, as best as you can, once you feel into the physical body, allow the eyes to close. And really focus on the breath, the sensation of the exhale, and if you're able to let go of any tension. So it's mostly a practice of subtle softness, so allowing our mind and our body to relax through the breath. And you know where we're going with this. You can stay here, or you can come onto the palms. You can bend the right knee back behind you, reach back with the left hand, and take a bind. So you'll notice one side is generally more open than the other. If the bind is painful, keep the right leg extended, but keep the chest open, press strongly through the right palm. If you have the bind, let go. Bring the left hand down, and we all walk the left foot behind the right wrist. So setting up with either heel closer to the groin or shin more parallel with the front of the mat, but keep the hips square. Left toes tucked back towards the shins, and then slowly begin to fold down. Very good. So if ever the hips fall over to the left side, re-engage, bring them up through center, and then fold in. And 2 more breaths here. And slowly come up onto the palms. Tuck the back toes under. Step back, downward facing. So again, stay here, relax, focus on breath. Or for that strength, inhale forward to a plank. Exhale, come down halfway, keep the elbows in by the ribs. Inhale forward, tops of the feet, open chest. And exhale, downward facing dog. And stay here 5 full breaths. So we're going to do a little bit of Hatha Tantra, classical movement. This will be a 4-part movement, and we'll move very slow. So the point is to take the entire inhalation to arrive at a posture, and then take an entire exhalation to transition to the next. 2 more breaths here in downward facing before we begin. On an inhale, nice and long, come down to tabletop. So drop the knees down. On an exhale, set the hips back to the heels. Soften the elbows, forehead to the earth. So taking about 4 counts to arrive. Inhale back to tabletop, nice and slow. Engaging through all muscles. On an exhale, tuck the toes under. Transition back, downward facing dog. So moving nice and slow. On an inhale, tabletop again. Take your time. On the exhale, child's pose, hips back to heels. Soften the elbows, forehead to the earth. Take the entirety of the inhale, tabletop. And the entirety of the exhale, downward facing dog. So twice more, moving with your own breath. The entire inhale, tabletop. Exhaling, child's pose. Inhaling, tabletop. And exhale, downward facing. Last one completely on your own. See how slow you can go with the breath. We meet in downward facing dog. Very good. In downward facing dog, slowly walk forward, slight bend in the knees until you meet the hands. So feel the back of the legs stretch. As you reach the hands, take a hold of opposite elbows, ragdoll here. Slight bend in the knees, let the head hang, and just sway from side to side. And let the hands hang for a moment. And then bring the hands to the lower back, create a fist. Press the fist up and behind you, opening into the shoulders across the clavicles. And again, let the head hang heavy so the neck is nice and loose. And bring hands to the earth. On an inhale, slowly roll up to standing. So press through the bottoms of the feet, let the arms hang. Coming all the way to standing. Shrug your shoulders to the ears at the top. And then on an inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. So slowing everything down. Entire inhale to reach up. Entire exhale to bring hands to heart center. Inhale, reach. This time, take a hold of opposite elbows. Step the feet together. Lean to the right, hips to the left. So the head kind of comes through the shoulders here, and you can look to the left. Move through the center, hips to the right, shoulders over to the left. And come back to center, inhale, reach. And exhale, bow all the way down. On an inhale, come up halfway, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands in the right foot to the back of the mat, right knee down. Peel the chest open, reach up, Anjaneyasana. So deep bend into the left knee. Nice open chest, shoulder blades down the back. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart, twist to the left, right elbow outside the left knee. Perfect. Nice open chest. And try to keep the belly from just hanging out on the left thigh. So stay nice and lifted by pressing through the right elbow. Inhale, reach up through center. And exhale, hands down around the left foot. So just bring the right knee off the mat. Keep the right palm planted. Stretch the left arm up. We're twisting open here. So right leg is nice and long behind us. And then bring the left hand down to the earth. Step back, downward facing. Pausing in downward facing, or inhale forward to a plank. On an exhale, halfway down, elbows in. Inhale forward to the tops of the feet. And exhale, downward facing. Let's bring the right foot forward this time. Bring the left knee down. Peel the chest open and reach up, Anjaneyasana. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center, twist to the right. Left elbow outside the right knee, open the chest. On the inhale, reach up through center. Exhale, hands to frame the right foot. Lift the left knee, reach the right arm up and open. So opening the chest to the right. Keep the back leg nice and long and strong through the left palm. And bring right hand to the earth. Step back, downward facing. Stay here or inhale forward to a plank. Exhale, halfway down, keep the elbows in. Inhale forward to the tops of the feet. Then exhale, core draws you back. Downward facing dog. Come down to the knees. Just a little bit of space between the knees here. Sit back onto the heels, forehead to the earth. And bring the arms along the back side of the body now. So letting them relax here. 4 full rounds of breath. And last breath. And stretch the arms forward, come to tabletop. And press back, downward facing dog. And slowly walk the feet forward to meet the hands. On an inhale, come up halfway, hands to shins, flat back. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing, reach up with the arms. And exhale, hands to heart center. And bring hands to the hips and step out wide to the right. So you guys looking this way. Step out wide to the right. Nope, on your yoga mats. Yep, like this. Perfect. Hands to the hips. Bring the arms parallel with the mat. Inhale here. Exhale, bend into the right knee. Bring the left hand down to the earth. Twist open to the right. Yep. Inhale, come back up. Straighten the right leg, arms parallel. And on the exhale, bend the right knee, left hand down, open the chest. Inhale up. Exhale, bend the right knee, twist and fold. Inhale up. Exhale, twist and fold. Last one, inhale up. Exhale, bend the right knee, twist and stay here. So moving from dynamic to static, just keep the chest open to the right. You can always widen the stance or shorten it based on how you're feeling. But strong through the palms of the feet and the left palm of the hand. 2 more breaths. Inhale, come up through center. Exhale, bring the hands down and just shut the eyes down for a moment. So just a moment of relaxation. See how the breath and the movement feel in the physical body. And again, inhale, open the eyes, arms parallel. This time, exhale, bend the left knee, twist to the left, right hand down, open the chest. Inhale, come back up. And exhale, twist and fold. So move as slow as you can. Inhale brings you up, pressing through the bottom of the left foot. Exhale, folding down, engaging through the core as you slowly lower. Inhale up. And exhale down. Inhale. Last one, exhale, twist and stay here. So by moving from dynamic to static, we allow the parasympathetic nervous system to come into place. So just finding more relaxation, calming the nerves. And one more breath. Inhale through center, reach up. And exhale, hands relaxing beside the body. Shut the eyes down again. So allow the shoulders to relax, the muscles in the face to relax. You can open the eyes, bring hands to hips, inhale. And exhale, begin to fold forward. If you need to bend the knees to come down, do so. Hands come to the earth, folding in. So wide fold here. And let the arms hang, let the head drop in. And bring hands to the lower back. Take that fist that we did earlier, press it up behind. So again, opening into the shoulders and across the chest. And let go of the bind, let the hands come down to the earth. Inhale, come up halfway. Hands to the hips. Exhale, press through the feet, come all the way up. Spinning the right knee out to the right side, left knee out to the left side, sink in. Hands resting on the knees. Keep the chest nice and open. Bring the right shoulder into the midline, look over the left shoulder. So slight pressure of the hands, opening the knees up a little bit wider. And come through center, left shoulder in, look over the right. And come back through center. Look, come all the way up to standing and bring the feet back in together. You can come forward to the front of your mat. And inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Working into a little bit of balance. Send the right leg back behind you and bringing the body parallel with the mat. So we come into a version of warrior 3. Right leg is lifted behind, toes tucked towards the ground. Keep the neck long by looking down. So to make this more challenging, stretch the arms forward. Or you can bring the hands along the back side of the body, aeroplane. Just working on balance here in that left foot. So keep the right leg floating on an inhale. Come to standing and just pull the right knee into the chest. So working with the balance. Pull the right knee in. Standing up nice and tall. And slowly bringing the right knee back behind you, taking a hold of the right foot. Left hand can come to left hip and just pulling the right foot in. So you should feel this through the right quad. Keep the chest open. And set the right foot down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. Tilt the upper body forward, stretch the left leg back. So parallel with the body, with the floor. Arms can reach back or forward. Just choosing what feels best for you. You can even leave them at heart center if you'd like. Inhale, come up to standing. Pull the left knee into the chest. Standing up nice and tall. Bring the left knee back behind you. Take a hold of the left foot. Right hand to the right hip. So you're pressing the left knee back a bit. You feel the stretch into the groin, into the left quad. And set the left foot down. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, hands to heart center. And slowly sink into a seat. Bring hands to the earth. And we come into Navasana, boat pose. So balancing on the sit bones, arms alongside the legs. Try to keep the knees together, chest open. You can stretch the legs up long for more challenge. Inhale. Exhale, lower to a hover. Look at the toes for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lie down. Bend the knees. Bring the feet mat width distance apart. Arms go wide. And just let the knees fall over to the right. Head drops over to the left. Nice passive twist. Can also bring the right foot on top of the left thigh. And if you get there and it doesn't feel good, just keep the right foot on the earth. And again, shut your eyes down when you can. And we try to allow any tension or anxiety in the physical or mental body dissolve on every exhalation. So allow the exhale to be the most important part of the practice. It becomes that releasing principle that can also be a metaphor for life as well. Come back through center, set both feet down, mat width distance. Drop the knees to the left this time, head to the right. Allowing the right shoulder to melt down, maybe the left foot on top of the right thigh. And just finding what serves you best. And 2 more breaths here. And come back through center, pull knees into the chest. And just rock from side to side. And take a hold of the big toes. Spread the knees out wide. And rock from side to side again here. The head and shoulders stay relaxed. Ananda Balasana, happy baby pose. So no tension here. There's no goal, just allowing a steady rocking from side to side, everything relaxing. And pull the knees into the chest. We take Viparit Karani inversion here. So rock the knees towards the forehead so you can get your hands to the lower back. So once hands get to the lower back, work the elbows underneath. Basketing the hips, begin to straighten the legs to a 45-degree angle. So your toes should be right in viewpoint with the eyes. So feet aren't going so far behind you, dropping down. They're staying right up above you. Very good. Viparit Karani is also an energetic mudra of the body. But most importantly, at the end of practice, allowing energy to travel back into the core. You can hold this pose in Tantra practices for as long as 20 minutes, but we're not going to do that today. Just about 7 more breaths here. So deep inhalations and exhalations. You can shut the eyes down, keep the neck stable. And slowly bend the knees back towards the forehead, working the spine down the mat, lowering the hips. Lengthen the legs out nice and long. And bring the hands underneath the glutes, so right underneath your seats, palms facing down, so sitting on the back of the hands. Press through the elbows, lift the chest, and let the crown of the head come back behind you. So Matyasana, fish pose. Nice heart opener for the end of practice. Slowly bring the crown of the head down. Bring the hands out alongside the body. Shavasana, final resting pose. Taking any space to move here that you need for the next couple of breaths, and then we come into complete stillness. So complete surrender. You can take a full breath in through the nostrils, full sigh out of the mouth. Do your best to completely let go of any distractions, any mental chatter that might come up. So one of the first Yoga Sutras is Sthira Sukham Asanam, which means a slow and steady seat. It's not just about stilling the mind and the physical body for meditation or introspection, but it has to do with allowing gratitude for that which supports you. So the ground beneath you and the bones that support the structure of the human body. So it's about that respect for everything that holds space for you and allowing yourself to hold space for stillness and silence. Stretch the arms up overhead. Inhale deeply. And on an exhale, allow the knees to come into the chest, falling over to the side. Fetal pose. And softly using the hands to assist you up to a seat, eyes still shut down. Allow the hands to rest on the knees, sitting up nice and tall. And bring hands to heart center, bowing head to heart. And taking a deep breath in for gratitude in your physical body, mental. And deep exhale out. Namaste. Thank you guys.